Hi, my name is Eva, and this is the story of how I was betrayed by the man I loved and how I built his perfect downfall. I didn't scream. I didn't cry in public. I didn't key his car or destroy his phone. I did something worse. I watched him destroy himself and smiled. But let me start from the beginning. I met Daniel when I was 22. He was a couple of years older, 24. We met at a friend's party. He wasn't the best-looking guy in the room, but he had presence, confidence, a magnetic kind of charm that drew people in. When he talked to me, he looked directly into my eyes, and it felt like I was the only one there. He asked me to dance. Then he asked for my number. Then we stayed up until 4 a.m., talking about books, films, and dreams neither of us really believed in. By the time the sun came up, I was already his. Daniel made me feel like I mattered, like I was beautiful, smart, rare. He complimented my mind as much as my body, and I fell for it. I thought I'd found someone who finally saw me, not just for how I looked, but for everything I was. We dated for almost a year. There were ups and downs, sure, but I was invested. I introduced him to my family. He said he wanted a future. He said he loved me. I believed him, until I didn't. It started with subtle shifts. He became more distant, less responsive, always had some excuse for why he couldn't meet. Work is crazy. My mom needs help. Just need a little space. And I gave it to him, because I wasn't insecure, or so I told myself. One weekend, he said he was going on a guy's trip to the mountains. No signal, no drama, just beers and hiking. I trusted him. I really did. Until I got a tag on Instagram. An accidental one. It was a blurry photo, nothing special. Just a rooftop party. But in the background, unmistakable. Daniel. Holding another girl. Laughing, kissing her neck. Her name was Sasha, and her profile was public. Dozens of photos of them together. Posts with captions like, "Finally found someone who gets me hard eyes," dated weeks back. Smiling, cuddling, dinners, weekend getaways. While I was home, thinking about what flowers he liked, what kind of ring he might get me. I didn't scream. I didn't text him. I didn't even unfollow him. Instead, I turned off my phone, sat in silence for a full hour, and decided something. This isn't over. But I wouldn't confront him. I would study him. I would learn his weak spots, his needs, his pride. And then I would build him a path to hell, paved with everything he ever wanted. Phase 1. The illusion. When he got back from his trip, he called me, acting normal, said he missed me, said he brought me a gift. I smiled. I thanked him. I said I missed him too. For the next few weeks, I acted like nothing happened. I kissed him, slept with him, laughed at his jokes. I asked him about his life, work, dreams. I gave him support, attention, sex, warmth. I became the perfect girlfriend. He relaxed, grew confident, grew careless. He never knew that every night I was reading everything about him. His social media, his exes, his new girl. Sasha? She was sweet, a bit shallow, an influencer wannabe. I followed her from a burner account, liked her posts, commented occasionally. She had no idea who I was. I learned everything about Daniel's new job, his boss, his weaknesses. He'd mentioned once, offhand, that he had lied on his resume, said he graduated from a top university. I checked. He hadn't. He barely passed community college, and that was just the start. I hacked his email, found proof of inappropriate behavior at work, flirting with interns, forwarding confidential files, violating NDAS. He was sitting on a ticking bomb, and I had the timer. Phase 2. The game. I reached out to Sasha from another account, posed as someone who wanted to warn her, gently, that the man she was seeing might not be who he says he is. At first, she was defensive, angry, called me a jealous ex. So I sent her screenshots, time-stamped, detailed, messages between me and Daniel from the very same nights he claimed to be with her. She didn't reply, but she stopped posting photos with him. A week later, I saw her post a quote. "Some people love to lie until the truth burns through their smiles." It had begun. Daniel grew erratic, texted me more, grew clingier, said he felt like something was off. I said everything was fine. Then came the email from HR at his job. They were investigating a breach. Someone had leaked an internal document to a competitor. The same document I'd found in his inbox. He called me, panicking, said he was being framed, said he had no idea how it happened. I comforted him, told him he'd be fine. He cried. I held him, and I smiled behind his back. Phase 3. The collapse. 2 weeks later, Sasha broke up with him, publicly, deleted all their photos, posted a video, vague but sharp. "Ladies, trust your gut. If it feels off, it probably is." Daniel spiraled, lost sleep, showed up at my apartment unannounced, asked if I'd seen or heard anything. I hugged him, said I still loved him. The next day, his job suspended him. Not fired, just pending investigation. He came over drunk, screaming, accusing me of betraying him. Said he felt cursed. I didn't react, just stared. Calm. Silent. He stormed out. I watched him through the window, stumbling into the night. Alone. Phase 4. The end. The final blow wasn't public. It wasn't loud. It was a quiet little envelope, slipped into his mailbox. Inside, printed photos. Him with Sasha, me with him. Timestamps, hotel receipts, screenshots of his emails, proof of NDA violations. A single sentence, typed on plain white paper. "This is who you are. This is what you did. This is what you lost." No name, no threat, just truth. He moved out of town shortly after, deleted his accounts, tried to disappear. I heard through a friend that he works at a gas station now. Doesn't talk much, drinks alone, looks older than he is. Sometimes I wonder if he knows, if he ever figured it out. But I don't care. I'm not proud of what I did. But I'm not sorry either, because some people only learn through loss, and some betrayals deserve more than tears. They deserve silence, strategy, and a fall so perfect, it feels like art.